let me put it this way. People don't do dropshipping successfully. All right, welcome to another video. I'm Mike. I made $250,000 in revenue the last 5.5 months with my first successful dropshipping store. And on this channel, I only talk about straight facts, no bullshit, no, I don't know, like not all the other shit you see on YouTube about dropshipping, okay? Because I don't really want to talk about dropshipping much because I don't really think it exists, to be honest. Like that's actually the topic that we want to talk about today, because dropshipping, sure, it's a business model, but it's not really sustainable at all, and I'll tell you why, okay? So you have to think about it this way. What is dropshipping? Like what actually is it, okay? And how can you differentiate between dropshipping and e-commerce? Or is it the same thing? Okay? So dropshipping has no inventory. Okay? So yeah, you agree, right? So with dropshipping, the good thing is that arguably, the good thing is that you don't have inventory, right? So what does it mean? That means you have your Shopify store, someone places an order. That order goes to your supplier in China. That supplier then buys the product. With your money, you pay him, they buy the product, and then they send it to the customer, right? Now, while I was saying this, just look how long it takes to, look all these steps. Look at all these steps. It takes way too long, okay? So especially when we talk about China, of course you can do dropshipping in the US, you can do dropshipping in your country, that works. But eventually you have to get inventory because it just makes sense. Why wouldn't you get inventory? So let's play this scenario with inventory, which is e-commerce, right? So if you start with this, let's say you started, okay? Okay, so you just sold 5 products, you did exactly this, and then now you have a profit of like $100, let's just say, okay? Now you have $100. So theoretically, you could now buy some inventory, right? Well, let's say you do. Let's say you have inventory. So now you have 5 products laying there, okay? Now someone is purchasing on your website. It goes to the supplier sees the order and sends out the product because it's in stock. It doesn't have to communicate with the factory. It doesn't have to wait for you to pay him. It can directly send out the product to the customer. Well, it sounds like 3 to 5 days less, doesn't it? Now, what's really fucking important these days? Shipping times. Why is Amazon so big? Same day delivery, next day delivery, right? The people want it now. They want the product now. If you have a solution-based product, a unique product, then they are willing to wait a little longer. But especially if it's like a bullshit product, they want it now because they probably regret buying it anyway. Like it's an impulse buy, right? So why am I saying dropshipping doesn't really exist? Because if you have a product and as soon as it works, you get inventory just because it makes sense for you to have less refunds, less emails, less customer service. If you just invest $100 that you made anyway, you get some inventory, now you have less work to do. You can grow quicker, right? You have less refunds, you have less complaints, right? Now, there are people who have dropshipping stores for 1 or 2 months to just pump out like a certain product. You know, I talked about this before. It's like a pump and dump. You know, they build a store with a viral product. They pump out ads as much as they can, UGC content and all this, make some money, close down the shop before they even get the refunds, before they get the returns, before they get the complaints. Okay? Well, we don't do that over here. You know, if you want to do that, you have to go to one of those other YouTube channels, okay? We're building brands. We're building a business because it just makes sense. Why wouldn't it? If you have a lot of money, if you have 20, 30, 40, 50K to spend, or even 10K to spend, on ads, on UGC content and all this. You can pump out a viral product and it works, of course. But do you have it? Do you want to invest that? And if you do want to invest it, why wouldn't you invest it in a brand? The people who pump out viral products are people who are already established in dropshipping. They have the money, they have the contacts, they even know about the product before you know about it, before you see it on AliExpress. They have connections, okay? I mean, do you really think that anyone in dropshipping that is successful is gonna tell you the product in their YouTube video where thousands of people can see it and do the same thing? Are they stupid? Of course not, man. Come on. Think. Now, what you want to do is, again, you want to build a brand. You can't start here. You can't start this way. Of course, I'm not saying buy inventory immediately, get custom packaging. I'm not saying this. Don't do that. What you do is you build a branded store. Okay? You build a branded store. You put your branded custom packaging, mock-ups and all beautiful videos and everything on your website. You run ads. You do this for the first couple of orders, whatever, 10, 20. Okay? You take that profit, you buy inventory because you have faster delivery. And if you have 10, 20 orders in a week, you know it works, the product works. Now, if you get 10 orders in 3 months, don't do it. Okay? You might as well want to shut down the store, I don't know. But if you start here and you see that they want the product, get inventory. Once you get inventory, you're not a dropshipper anymore. You just have your stock in China. That's all. Like, as soon as you have inventory, you are not doing dropshipping anymore. Okay? I just want you to understand it, because people don't do this successfully. Let me put it this way. People don't do dropshipping successfully. I can just point blank say that. Because as soon as they see success, they move into e-com. They move into having inventory. And if you have inventory, again, you're not dropshipping. Okay? You start here, you move into this. You have to understand the concept, okay? Because if you understand this, now if a product works, you can move forward. Because if you think this works for forever, now you're gonna have products that work, your delivery is too long, you have a lot of complaints, you have a lot of refunds, your shop goes down, dies down, you don't have good customer service. Okay? So make sure that you understand the concept of dropshipping. Make sure you understand that eventually you have to get inventory as soon as you can if the product works. And don't get fooled by all these dropshipping millionaires, okay? All right, that's it for the video today. Like if you want, dislike if you didn't like the video, leave a comment if you want me to talk about something specific, and see you in the next one.